If you truly knew the power of your thoughts, you would not ever allow yourself to think anything other than thoughts that support and align with the highest vision for your life, whatever your dream is. Hey, loved ones, I'm Shakara, and today we are talking about the quickest ways to shift to the state of the wish fulfilled. There are so many tools you can use to shift states, but today I'm going to share some of my favorites with you that you can use to shift quickly. And for anyone who's new to this, the state of the wish fulfilled is just you literally walking through life as if you already have your manifestation, as if you are already living out the dream that you are creating for yourself in your mind. Literally taking on the thoughts, emotions, characteristics, personalities, habits, and actions of the version of you that already has it. That is the state of the wish fulfilled. The problem for most people is staying in this state and not wavering. Your thoughts are way too important to only pay attention to them when you are visualizing, meditation, or saying affirmations. If you truly knew the power of your thoughts, you would not ever allow yourself to think anything other than thoughts that support and align with the highest vision for your life, whatever your dream is. So, when you can learn to put yourself immediately in the state of the wish fulfilled and stay there, you will be an unstoppable force, building the life that you dream of quite quickly and easily. But it's very important to have tools to pull us back when we're drifting out to sea. So, here are some of my favorite ones that I've learned either through research or through just personal experiences. This is maybe like 4 and a bonus. So, first of all, is breathe like it. Seriously, breathe like it. Take a breath into your desired reality. What the heck do I mean by breathe into your desired reality? Literally, take a breath, thinking that you already have what it is that you want. Take half a second and imagine that with your next breath, you are breathing as your new self. We forget how important the breath is at sending certain signals to our body about what's going on, how it should be behaving, what sort of state it should be in. Now, I shared something going into a little bit more detail about this on my Instagram page. So if you follow me there, you've probably seen this post where I'm talking about breathing like it. And it's several posts talking about this. But one clip in particular that really drove this home for me when I saw it was Erykah Badu was talking to Ebro. Is that his name? Ebro, on his podcast, or maybe it was just a special interview, but she was talking about this in that interview. He asked her a question about what breath has to do with the process, basically the process of manifestation, if I remember right, is what he was asking. And she had this beautiful answer. I'm going to insert it right here.
What does breathing have to do with this lesson today in this message?
Our breathing is super shallow and quick when we are anxious about things or nervous. And even though we may say, I'm okay, or I'm all right, or I'm going to win, or I'm satisfied, if we're not breathing like that, then the cells and the molecules don't believe that. Then you can't attract the outcome that you want. Everything has to kind of be in alignment. So if I am looking for something and I feel like I'm going to find it, I have to also breathe as if I found it. I breathe like it, and it's helpful to me.
Breathing helps you connect to this present moment, and you can use this present moment to help connect you to another present moment where you already have what you want somewhere along the space-time continuum. Align your breath with thoughts of you in your new story. Think of something you want. Now take a breath while thinking you have it. Just commit to one breath. Then see if you can do 2, 3, 4. Keep going until you feel yourself starting to waver, and then just start over. As you inhale, imagine you are breathing in the energy and the power of the universe. It should feel beautiful and expansive. As you exhale, imagine you are releasing any doubts, any fears, any resistance that may be blocking you from getting your manifestation. Now, the trick is to let this same idea expand into other activities. So, wash dishes as your new self in your new house. Take a shower as if you just got that new promotion. When you drive your car, drive around in your new one. When you go to work, be at your new job. When you go to sleep in a new place, someplace you've never been that you've always wanted to go. When you cook a meal, have your ideal partner in mind. Whatever it is that you're calling in, let this thought of breathing like it take you on a quest of being like it. So on to number 2, robotic affirming and rampaging. Both of these help our brain know it's time to change via auto-suggestion. When we begin to think these new thoughts, neurotransmitters release very helpful hormones that are going to make us feel really good, like serotonin or dopamine, into our bodies. These feel-good hormones help us not only feel good about things, but it also helps our body to feel better in the moment. And it just begets even better thoughts to help us think even better things, which help us feel even better about what it is that we're calling in. We can believe it more readily. We can get rid of doubt more quickly because we have better thoughts and better feelings to feel about it. But more than anything, it gets us into the habit of thinking positively and optimistically about what it is that we want, including inspired action. Now, inspired action is just any action you are inspired to take as a result of thinking these new thoughts, as a result of thinking as your new self. So inspired action could be a new business idea. It could be you wanting to go a different route to work today, or you wanting to take a walk, you wanting to go in a restaurant you've never been in. All of these things, when you take these inspired actions, you'll begin to see that there was something there for you, something more aligned with the new frequency that you're on. Things of like frequencies are going to be coming to you more easily and more readily, and you're going to know it's because you are taking inspired action. It's better to take actions from a place of being like the version of you that you want to be versus being like your old version and continuing to affirm your circumstances and your current 3D reality. Inspired action that comes from you thinking new thoughts about your new story are going to align better with what it is that you're trying to do. So robotic affirmation and rampaging can help so much in helping you stay in your new story because it's just so easy to go into whenever you're wavering or having doubts. Because an idle mind is a playground for negative thoughts. Because the problem is most of us are not taking stock of what we're thinking about all day. We tune into our thoughts when we're meditating, when we're saying affirmations, when we are visualizing, but we're not tuned into it in the times when we are doing those mindless tasks, brushing our teeth, taking a shower, cooking, driving, things that don't require much thought. These are the times that you want to make sure you're not wavering. You want to make sure that nothing is coming up in your mind that can feel like resistance. You want to make sure you have a way to combat those, or better yet, plant better seeds to stomp out the doubt. And I talk a lot more about this in detail in my last video. My last upload was all about robotic affirmation and how to use that in the most helpful way for the quickest results. So you can check out that video too. Plus, the best part about robotically affirming is you don't even have to feel anything. You don't even have to feel what you're saying or believe it's real. All you have to do is think it. Think as you would in your new story. Embody that mindset. That's it, okay? That is it. Now, the third one is one you might not really consider because it's not just using your mind. It's actually getting out of your mind and into your body. Move your body. Sometimes when I am trying to sit down to meditate or need to sit down and affirm because I'm feeling a lot of wavering happening, it's hard to get my mind on track. So it's a lot more helpful to get up and get my body moving. So either doing yoga, dancing, stretching, going for a walk, working out, anything you can do to get your endorphins pumping so that you can boost your mood a little bit and so that you can be connected to this present moment, because coming back to the present is always going to get your mind to quiet down a lot better than trying to be everywhere all at once or forcing your mind to do something. So we're going to use the extra endorphins released from moving our body to help us change our mind. And if you want to boost this, you can choose a robotic affirmation to do as you're walking, as you're dancing, as you're doing yoga, as you're stretching, as you're working out, as you're lifting weights. And my flow courses that I have coming out, I'm working on those now, will be all about this. It'll be all about using the body to manifest. So stay tuned for those. I'm so excited. So next is the energy bubble or the money rain. So there's two different ways that I do this, but it's basically the same premise. So the money rain, so if money is something that I'm calling in, whether it be a specific amount or just money in general, One of my favorite ways to shift quickly into the state of having money, of being abundant, of it always being available to me, is the money rain. And I've talked about this before on this channel, and I talk about it a lot on Instagram. So all you have to do is, wherever you are, imagine the ceiling opening up. Or if you're already outside, then you don't have to do the ceiling part. But the ceiling just opens up and money starts softly raining onto you. You can make it increase with time if you want to. You can keep it at a soft little pitter patter, but you can also imagine it following you throughout the day as you're walking. Like, it becomes hard to walk because there's so much money just falling at your feet, like that whole money fall on you, banana fall on you. That whole premise, like, walk around like that all day. Like, even as I'm sitting here doing this video, I've been imagining money just raining down on me, so much to the point now it's like up to my waist. If I want to get out of here, I have to like shift and rustle through a whole bunch of money to get out of here. But you can make it fun and make it as simple as you want to, but that's the money rain. I also have a full meditation here on this channel that is called the money rain, or something to that effect. The entire guided visualization is about money raining into your life and raining literally into your house. It's very fun. I think you should check it out. I think it's maybe only like 15 minutes or so enjoy that too. The energy bubble works much the same way, where you are just going to take whatever it is that you are trying to manifest and think of it as little particles around you. So the entire idea, your entire vision, what you want to think, feel, be, manifest, is like little particles all around you, like a mist or an egg even, or a big energy bubble, but it's just surrounding you. You can fortify this bubble and make it as soft or as solid as you want to. You can make it a color. You can make this mist a color. You can make it iridescent. You can make it rainbow colored. You can make it a pattern. You can do whatever you need to do that makes you feel like you are enveloped in this energy. It's surrounding you everywhere. You're breathing it in. You're soaking it into your skin. It's forming a protective layer around you also, so that you can just be in this energy and just exist. You don't have to think about doubts. You don't have to think about the possibility of it not happening. All of that is outside of you. You are inside of this bubble, and the bubble is trying to get inside of you. So yeah, both of those things just really help me feel like I am completely surrounded by the energy I want to be surrounded by, and it just really helps me shift very quickly. So try that out one day. So our bonus is to think as if. And I know acting as if or feeling as if can be hard for some people, especially if you're starting out, especially if you're not very connected to imagination or just your feelings in general. But thinking as if requires no feeling, which makes it very, very easy to do. So say I want to manifest travel, or I want to manifest abundance, or I want to manifest free time, anything in that realm. Thoughts that I can plant into my mind are, I am so excited to take my mother on this trip to Thailand. I am so excited to take my mother on this trip to Thailand. We're going to have the best time. I'm so glad this brand paid for me, and I'm so glad that they want us to spend Mother's Day in Thailand, and we're just going to have such a good time. The food is going to be amazing. I can't imagine the places that we'll go to after this, but something is definitely in the works because the travel bug has definitely bit me. Now, me in this 3 reality, I have no plans to go to Thailand, nothing like written down, like maybe somewhere in the future. But even that, wanting it somewhere in the future, I can think the thoughts about it now as if it's happening. So all you have to do is think about the person who already has this, and more specifically the version of you that already has this. What would you be thinking? What would you be considering if you had the thing that you want? Say for instance, you are trying to move into a new space. You're manifesting a new home. Likely when you get into this home, you're going to be thinking about things like furniture, what sort of upgrades you want to make, what sort of things you should be buying, who's coming to visit you first, what's the first meal you're going to cook, do you want to have gatherings and people over at this house, are you going to be working in this house? You can make it as simple as you want to, even if it's just imagining yourself doing something quite boring. And really that works really well, because generally when you get to a certain space, it's normal for you. There's no like thrill about it. You can be thankful for it and happy that it's in your life, and even recognize that this is something that you manifested. But once you get it, it's pretty normal. So imagine yourself in the house just making your tea for the morning. What's your morning look like, and really look at every piece. See yourself taking out the pan, putting it on the stove. See yourself watching your favorite show in the morning, or doing your meditation out on your patio, or whatever it is that just makes it feel very normalized for you. So thinking the thoughts of the version of you that already has it helps you really get in sync with this version. And of course that also speaks to our breathe like it, but that was earlier in the video. So just think the thoughts of the version of you that has it. I also, along these same lines, sometimes like to play conversations in my head. So a future conversation, imagine talking to a friend about your manifestation. It's finally come, it's here, you're able to talk about it. If we use the same example as like a new house or something, you could imagine like telling your friend what upgrade you're making. You can imagine them telling you, congratulations, I'm so happy you finally got your house. You can imagine them asking you questions. Hear the entire conversation and loop the parts that are your favorite. Make it fun. All of this should be fun. Which brings me to my last point. Now this is very important. All of this should be extremely fun for you. It should feel expansive, exploratory, freeing. It should feel amplifying. It should feel curious even. It should not feel like desperation. It should not feel like you're reminding yourself of what you're lacking. It shouldn't feel taxing, like it's draining your energy. It also shouldn't feel like you're always looking around for your manifestation. Keeping positive, expansive thoughts about the realness of your manifestation is so imperative. Your manifestation is counting on the nature of your thoughts to make it real. Hold the vision. Hold space for it. Hold the vision. The only thing that matters in all of this is to do your best to not think thoughts against your new reality, no matter what the 3D is showing you. Your circumstances do not matter. The 3D will catch up with you eventually. Life has to move to accommodate your new way of being. Everything around you has to change in order to accommodate your new way of being. Lean into that. So your homework is for the next 3 days, only 3 days. That's all you have to commit to is 3 days. Only think as your new self. Lean into any of the tools that we've talked about in the last week or two in order for this to happen for you. So this will require you to pay attention to what you're thinking and what you're allowing yourself to say. But I've shared lots of tools here that will help you do that. Big shifts await you, loved one, and I cannot wait to hear all about them. Till next time, I'll see you later. Peace. Bye. Okay, did I get the thumbnail? I don't remember.